Gisuk Sukil Gukanikin Wakil Amakas Danacha. I am Janice Alpine, and I am a business development officer as well as a tourism engagement for the Danacha Nation Council. The Danacha are the people of this area, and we have been here since time of creation. And Nutmuksen had a prophecy to create the human race. He now lies as the Rocky Mountains. And with that, he placed the Danacha here with the blood on his hands. This is the perspective coming from a Danacha of the way things happened. With this, I was hoping to tie it all together so you get a better sense and a whole story about the Danacha. Kind of like being there virtually, giving you a chance to take a look at the photos and immerse yourself in there. We have 7 communities in Amakas Danacha. We've got Atgan, which is in Cranbrook. We've got Yakanuki in Creston. We've got Akiskanuk in Windermere. We've got Yakit Aknokleed, which is over in Grassmere. We've got Akankame, which is in Bonners. And we have Gupawitskanuk, which is in Elmo. So Elmo is in Montana and Bonners is in Idaho. Those are our communities. And we also have a community in Invermere, which is the Shuswap Band, which we refer to them as the Kinbasket family because it's the family that came into our communities, our tribe. In our homelands, we are in a valley along the Rocky Mountains, which we refer to as Nutmuksen, and Gutmuk, which is the Purcells. Of course, the East Kootenays is an anglicized term. We call it Amakas Danacha. So we have been here since creation. We had our government system, we had our family system, we had our religion, we had our culture, we had our customs. We traveled our homelands and used what our homelands offered us, from food to shelter to our tools to anything that we needed way before the coming of the settlers. We were able to travel through our homelands without any interference. We would follow when the plants were ripe, when the salmon would spawn, when the animals, wherever they would travel, because we need sustenance. The Danacha language is an isolate, meaning it's not connected to any other language in the world. So when you look at that, you know that we are from this area and we didn't need to go anywhere. We didn't need to go anywhere because we had everything that we needed here. When we were introduced to the settlers by way of explorers to begin with, they decided that this was a good place. They said it was virtually undeveloped. There was nobody here. This is when we understand the doctrine of discovery came into play. And then the federal government came into effect, where the Indian Act was designed. The Indian Act is actually designed to remove the Indians, to eventually do away with us, is terms that my people use. The reservations were created, and we were corralled on a reserve. We started living the way we are today, very restricting. And at that time, when the reserves were being formed, there was the residential school that came into play and just stripped us from our families. If you've ever had your child taken away from you, 4 or 5 years old, ripped from your arms, you would understand what we had gone through. 7 generations of that. So we have starting to come out of a lot of that by understanding our traumas. We lost a lot of people that could not overcome that. But there's a lot of us that are quite resilient and are able to continue. In the Ktunaxa creation, Natmoksin, which is the Rocky Mountains, he had a prophecy, but within that prophecy, Natmoksin was creating the 4 races with all the other different colors that being had. So he did what he needed to do. And what my mom says is that Natmoksin didn't create one race, didn't create 2 races, he created 4 races. So there was no way that we could ever lose the red race. That was happening throughout Turtle Island. So today, when we look at all of the hardships that we have gone through, we're starting to work with the traumas that we were dealt with in that very small period of time. And we celebrate. We do a lot of celebrating. And the Ktunaxa just are such a social people. We get together for everything. We like to celebrate everything. And within those celebrations, we eat a lot. It's always a big feast. We want to bring back some of our culture and our ways that we were able to do, like making our own clothes, being with our horses. Today, when we engage in our communities, we are able to bring back our language. We want to be able to bring that back, share that with the generations of today as well as with our neighbors. We were once great horse people. We have ceremonies for that, and that is something that was taken away from us. So what we like to do is we like to embrace the horse. We also share that part of us. So when I say that we're resilient, what I'm meaning is that we have actually started accepting doing a lot of the things that are contributing to our economy. We're working with our neighbors. We're no longer separated. So we enjoy what everybody else does. We enjoy the different seasons. Back in the day, we were busy doing work on the land. We never skied. We were in our snowshoes. We were going up and down the mountains. Actually, I don't think we went to the mountains. I think we went around and through the mountains. But today they like to ski. We're also engaging in technology activities, enjoying the beauty of our homelands. And with technology, if we were to take a drone and just do a virtual flyover, that's a demonstration of our resiliency.